Hey guys, welcome back to Exotic Car Hacks, and today we are taking a look at the buyer's guide for the Mercedes G63. I know this isn't the latest and greatest G63, but this is the one that is absolutely the most hackable if you've been following the channel, which is why today we're going to talk about how cool is it, what makes sense, and then we're going to go to the board and look at numbers. So this is a 2017 or 18 G63. This is the latest reiteration of the most Jeep-like SUV Mercedes has ever made, and it is in my opinion, one of the best values for around $100,000. This car is not owned by me. It is now available for sale at Exotics Hunter, who nicely and graciously allows us to use some of their cars to obviously make videos and gives you buyer guides of the exotics you should be buying, because I'm past this level. I don't really drive this kind of stuff anymore, but nonetheless, this is still a fantastic car to own. Now, there are some basic things you need to be aware of if you're going to be buying a G63, including the first one, which is obviously that all of these little things end up turning all yellow and messed up no matter how old the car is. And you can buy a set of these on eBay for $200. So it is never the reason you shouldn't touch these cars. Secondly, this one is featured with a bar delete kit, which is a fantastic $300 upgrade that really makes the car look much nicer, and the twin spoke 20-inch wheels with better tires than the factory ones. That said, you'll notice that the water line, basically on the car, this is the water line basically telling you that the water can get up to here and you're safe. This water line basically is one of the most notorious things about the G63, along with the fact that you hear these doors, they're crazy. It's like full metal doors. They're heavy, you have to slam them, and it's just kind of part of its character. It's not that exciting, but again, something you need to know. One thing I want to point out here, because a lot of people have asked about this, and it's about these back seats. And take a look at something. I'm just 5'7", and the one thing you'll notice immediately is that there isn't this much room in the back, especially not because the seats are very upright. So as a small person, this is comfortable and okay. But if you are a family of much taller people, you're gonna struggle in the back seat. The other part I'd also like to note, for those of you that have children, is that it's very narrow here and very tiny. So as you notice, it's very hard to use this from a child seat, kind of like getting your kid in and out. Very inconvenient, because not only is the car high, not only is the seat high, but it's very narrow and very tiny. Also, in most cars, you see mom doesn't need to put these keys out to actually open the car. These cars do not come with this keyless stuff. So basically you continuously have to use the lock and unlock button at all times. So if you're coming with a child in, it's going to be a little bit difficult. In the trunk side of things, I want to show you these things because these are the things people aren't talking about. You have good trunk space. This isn't really a big deal, I don't know. Okay, so you have decent trunk space. It's not that bad, but it's nothing humongous. The only benefit you have is it goes very high, and you can drop the seats down if you want cargo. But other than that, it's not really exciting. So what is the appeal with the G-Wagon? Well, it's one, it has status and it feels like a rich person's Jeep. Secondly, it does have a very basic feel to it, which is what people like about it. It's simple, it's exciting, and it's easy to drive anywhere, park anywhere, and not worry about. This car is fitted with the factory carbon upgrade. It has the cross stitching, and it has, of course, the better 2017-18 steering wheel. We're gonna go to the board and see all about the different years and everything else, including the little bit of a larger screen in 17-18. The differences between each and every generation, between 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, 18 are minor, but still noticeable from a driving standpoint, which we're gonna talk about. Common things you'll notice on the interior that go bad are these headliners start to sag over time. That's about a $1,000 fix, but nothing dramatic. And the majority of these cars are pretty solid until they hit about 40,000 miles, and then they could either go bad or they kind of live forever. So this gives you an idea. Now, let's go to the office and let's take a look at the numbers. All right, now we're back. We're gonna take a look at the numbers and what makes sense for the G63. Now, I did say G63s are incredible value right now. Why is that? Remember, the original MSRPs on most G63s was about $150,000. Now, this is excellent because we know that back, remember the years these cars started again, 2013, all the way to 2014 was one style, then 2015 had updates all the way to 2016, and finally 2017 and 2018. Now, what has changed between these cars? Absolutely nothing when it comes to design, and very few things when it comes to interior design, but a lot of things based on logistics and mechanical, electrical, and infotainment wise. So the cars you want to be looking at based on the new transmissions and the better tech are going to be the 2015 to 2018s. You want to ignore the 2013, 2014 unless you're looking for basically what we consider to be a bargain, meaning if you want a bargain car, like a cheap dollar car with good miles and that you can drive around, but you're not as picky about the experience of the car, then you want to focus on the 2013, 2014s. They're still good cars. They don't necessarily break down more. They're just bargain because they have the older transmission. They're not as smooth. They take a little bit more torque and energy when you're driving down, so it feels a little bit more Jeepish than some of the suspension upgrades they've done in 15, and then a lot of the upgrades they've done in 17, 18. So 2015, 16 is going to be the value, meaning this is where you get the best of both worlds, a lot of the updates, but you're not getting the final best version of it. So you're basically able to buy these at the perfect dollar. The bargain cars are going to be under 80K. The value cars are going to be between 80K to 105K. And then the 17, 18 is what we call the premium product. And this matters a lot because premium product is where you're getting the best of the car, but it's from a resale standpoint, you're not always getting the best hackability, because with the premium product, you have a more expensive product. And this product in the dollar range it's at is creating a little bit more risk for you to be able to drive it for free. So this is basically the range. You know, either you're buying a bargain product under 80,000. Now, before you say I've seen one at 50, etc., this is not the hood hacks. This is exotic car hacks. So we look for cars that have good mileage, good opportunity, that can be driven and are not going to completely destroy your wallet in services and issues. That is why you want to look around that range. If you're paying like 50, 60K for a G-Wagon, it has too many miles or has too many issues. These cars are basically between 70 and 80K when they're in that bargain range, value between 80 to 105, and premium between 105 to 115K. The risk on the premium side is that the new G63s are starting to trend between 170 and 190 and trending now in the 150s as well. Those are going to start pushing this premium product all the way down to the 105, 110 range. So there is more, as I cover each time with these buyers guys, there's more data point and there's more issues, because if we take this and we go 70K is the 13 here, and we go all the way here to the 18 and we say this is 115K, we take a look at this gap right here, right? Like quite significant, like we've always talked about, correct? We've always talked about this gap needing to be somewhere around 10K. And remember, look at the value proposition right here at 80. And look at the value proposition all the way to 105. So if you're looking at these again, this is what you're looking at. So either you need to be buying basically in this range, like here, or you're buying in this range here. These are the only two most hackable concepts here when it comes to this particular car. So either you're getting the bargain or you're getting the value, but the premium product range is quite a bit dangerous because it goes from 90 all the way to 115. It creates a 25K gap. It's too much. But here, from 70 to 80, 80 to 90 is really where the majority of your older G-Wagons are going to be most effective. And this is where your hackability is, basically in this range right here, or in this range right here. Now, one thing to consider if you're buying one of these cars, attempt to buy a car between 20 to 30,000 miles, at the highest 35. You'll need to exit this car somewhere before 38 to 39. Part of the reason, because a lot of these G-Wagons end up starting to get axle and transfer case issues around the 40,000 mile range. These can be costly repairs that are 5, 6, 7,000 and can completely change the dynamic of your hack. So I don't recommend it at all. So again, if you're going to be buying one of these are the years you need to look at. These are the miles you need to look at. These are the dollars you need to look at. And some of the options you'll definitely be wanting. You'll want the non-designo, which means the cross-stitching. You'll want the premium paints if you can, the matte paints. If you can't, then you'll get the regular paints. Don't worry about things like the bar in the front being outdated. You can replace those with the bar deletes for less than $300 on eBay. And don't start looking at things like mods. A lot of G-Wagons are better unmodded. So try to get a G-Wagon with the double twin spoke 20-inch wheels, put a set of grappler tires on it, redo the front bar, delete, and you have a brand new car that'll bring premium money. So this is the key to the hackability of the first generation of G63s, which started back in 13, and really the generation you want to focus on is 2015, 2016. So hope you've liked this. If you want to learn or see more content like this, again, click the link below and learn how to hack cars. There's a free training in the description, or join Exotic Car Hacks because you are going to become an exotic car owner. You know it deep inside, I know it too. So it's better to learn before you're ready so you can take advantage of all the things we teach in there, including how to hack and get in and out of these cars without losing any money, how to buy them right, how to negotiate them correctly, how to inspect them correctly, and how to go through that process. And of course, be part of the 20,000 plus member community we have, where everyone is helping one another become better hackers. Leave it in the comments, which is your favorite G63? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll catch you next time for another video for Exotic Car Hacks.